Graduates, families, colleagues and friends, it is my privilege to welcome you to this unique, very special virtual graduation ceremony. It's very different to what we would have hoped for, both for you and your families. In normal times, I, along with the staff of the university, would be meeting you and your guests on the grounds of the National Maritime College of Ireland, the Nmci. While it may differ from a traditional ceremony, and I know it's disappointing that you're unable to celebrate in the traditional way, today is your graduation day. It gives the university the opportunity to recognise your great achievement, and I hope you will reflect on what you've accomplished and that you will celebrate that success. The South African political leader Nelson Mandela, when speaking of the benefits of education, indicated that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Education, and specifically a higher education, facilitates us to gain knowledge, skills, and critical thinking. This is key to the MTU mission, where we strive to lead change through education, empowering our students and graduates for a successful future in a globalised world. You have overcome the challenges associated with education and research during what has been described as the most pressing challenge of modern times. My hope is that you now start to reap the rewards of your qualification. Indeed, throughout the pandemic, staff and students rose to the many challenges that accompany a global pandemic. With only 2 short interruptions during Lockdown 1 and Lockdown 3, Nmci continued to deliver operational readiness training to Ireland's frontline shipping, supply chain and offshore energy workers, thereby helping keep vital supply lines open and services running. Nmci also continued to provide training to support the National Emergency Services, including the Coast Guard, the Irish Naval Service, the RNLI, the National Ambulance Service and the National Fire Service to maintain their response readiness. Notwithstanding the pandemic, Nmci successfully completed phase 1 of its programmatic review this year and also retained its ISO 9001-2015 quality management certification. Munster Technological University's academic quality system, coupled with Nmci's ISO 9001 certification, underpin Nmci's regulatory approvals as Ireland's national centre for the education and training of professional seafarers under the International Maritime Organisation's Standards of Training and Certification of Watchkeepers Convention and under EU and Irish legislation. All of this during a global pandemic. It's important to note that individual students and staff are affected in many different ways, depending on their circumstances, their subject, and whether they were working remotely as part of a large class or the more individual approach of PhD research. Every single one of you has achieved your goal during these unprecedented challenges. We all appreciate that the pandemic has resulted in incredibly challenging times for artist communities and audience engagement. And so it's so impressive to see our MA research students complete their studies in areas of major societal concern, such as women's health, refugee crises, and environmental issues such as sea plastic. Well done to you all. Today is a unique event in that this is the first graduation ceremony of Munster Technological University, and you today become our first graduates. As graduates of the university, you represent our student community in its richness and diversity and wide-ranging personal attributes. I would like to both acknowledge and thank all the staff of the university, from academic, professional, management and support staff, for their commitment to student success, and in particular for the support they have given each of you during your studies. Staff at the university take great pride in a day like today. I encourage you to stay in touch with the university through our alumni office and through them with the thousands of graduates who are spread throughout the world. Before I conclude, I would like to use this opportunity to thank your families and those who are significant in your lives for the support they have given to you over these years. Many made sacrifices, as you did, to achieve these qualifications, so a sincere thank you to all who supported you. The former First Lady of the US, Michelle Obama, when speaking of education, stated the following that I hope you will carry with you as graduates of MTU. She said, "With an education, you have everything you need to rise above all of the noise and fulfill every last one of your dreams. My sincerest congratulations and best wishes for your futures as graduates of MTU."
Gurv Mahagut a Uachtarán. Anish, a riamart the bar, a vrona Oglamori na Holskull, a tá taresh on Kaidan, don a dachmantani shin a vientamach.
On behalf of Munster Technological University, I hereby confer awards on the learners of the university who have achieved the standard for those awards, and I ask that those learners be named so that they may formally receive their parchment.
Thank you, Professor Cusick, for your opening address, and our best wishes to you as you take up the mantle as the first president of the Munster Technological University. Today we celebrate the significant event in the lives of you, our graduates, your families, and the university itself. We are delighted to connect with you, and our congratulations to everyone graduating today. We wish you well for the future in your chosen careers. Graduates from the following departments in the Faculty of Engineering and Science will be conferred today: the Department of Biological Sciences, the Department of Computer Science, the Department of Mathematics, the Department of Physical Sciences, the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, the Department of Mechanical, Biomedical and Manufacturing Engineering, the Department of Process, Energy and Transport Engineering, and the Department of Civil, Structural and Environmental Engineering. I invite Dr. Bridget Lucy, Head of Department of Biological Sciences, to call the graduates from her department. Awards will be made in respect of the following programs in this department: Master of Science, Doctor of Philosophy.
President, I present to you the following graduate who has successfully completed a research programme in the Department of Biological Sciences and who is worthy of the award of Master of Science, and I would request that she be formally awarded her parchment. Suzanne O'Brien. Suzanne, you are now a graduate of the Research Award, Master of Science. Congratulations. Your family, lecturers and MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement. I invite the President of the University, Professor Maggie Cusack, to initiate the procedure for the award of Doctor of Philosophy in the Department of Biological Sciences.
On behalf of the university, I hereby confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Susan Rebecca Golding, Fiona Hennessy, Maria Pia Munita Karbalan, Laura Mary Nyan.
I have the honour to present Susan Rebecca Goulding for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I, along with Dr. Catriona Gannan, Dr. Louise Collins in UCC and Dr. Gerard O'Keefe in UCC, had the privilege of being Susan's supervisors. Susan's project title is entitled Defining the Potential of Gene Therapy with Bone Morphogenetic Proteins as a Novel Therapeutic Approach in Parkinson's Disease. The aim of this thesis was to investigate the efficacy of two RET-independent neurotrophic factors called GDF5 and BMP2 using in vitro and in vivo models of Parkinson's disease. The main findings of this thesis were that GDF5 and BMP2 protected dopaminergic neurons and their axons from neurotoxin and alpha-synuclein-induced degeneration, which is the protein that accumulates in the brains of people with Parkinson's disease. Moreover, intranigural delivery of the AAV vector carrying the human GDF5 transgene protected dopaminergic neurons and their terminals from alpha-synuclein-induced degeneration in vivo. This thesis has also identified two clinically approved drugs that were capable of modulating the signaling pathway used by GDF5 and BMP2 to exert their effects on dopaminergic neurons. These compounds, called quinacrine and nigrosamide, promoted dopaminergic neuron survival and protected these neurons from neurotoxin and alpha-synuclein-induced axonal degeneration. The wider implications of these findings are that they support the conclusion that neurotropic factor therapy remains a viable therapeutic approach for patients with Parkinson's disease, and they have identified new therapeutics for the future development of neurotrophic factor therapy in Parkinson's disease. Congratulations, Susan. Your family, supervisors, and MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement. I have the honour to present Fiona Hennessy for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Rosemary Ray, Professor Jim O'Mahony, and Dr. Bart Cronin of Merck Sharp and Dome had the privilege of being Fiona's supervisors. Fiona's project title is Optimization of the Downstream Process for the Novel Vaccine Protein Carrier Diphtheria Toxin Fragment B. Fiona Hennessy is a first-class honours graduate of the Pharmaceutical Biotechnology programme at MTU. During this time, Fiona secured and completed both a 16-week work placement and final year project at Merck Sharp and Dome. This led to a subsequent collaborative undertaking between MSD and MTU, coordinated by Professor Jim O'Mahony, Dr. Rosemary Ray and Dr. Bart Cronin. Fiona set about optimising the entire downstream process for producing a novel vaccine protein carrier. Fiona's work resulted in a greater than 10-fold improvement compared with the non-optimised process. The benefit of Fiona's work for MSD is far-reaching. The optimised process can provide significantly greater flexibility at commercial scale by either enabling a greater than 10-fold increase in process throughput or by allowing significant scale down of unit operations, process volumes and associated cycle times with the concomitant cost saving and efficiency benefits. Fiona's thesis contains many proprietary outputs that are invaluable to the company. Congratulations, Fiona. Your family, supervisors and MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement. I have the honour to present Maria Pia Munita Corbalan for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Rosemary Ray, Professor Jim O'Mahony and Ms. Riana Sayers of Togusk had the privilege of being Maria's supervisors. Maria's project title is Epidemiological investigations of Fasciola hepatica in Irish cattle and sheep. Maria's thesis focused on the epidemiology of Fasciola hepatica in Irish cattle and sheep. Fasciola hepatica is a parasite of ruminants and can dramatically affect the health status and welfare of animals. Some of the key areas investigated included a direct analysis of commercial diagnostic ELISA kits, seasonal and annual trends in Fasciola hepatica seropositivity, national prevalence in dairy and beef cattle and sheep, and the risk associated with management practices. Maria's thesis identifies risk factors associated with Fasciola hepatica and makes an important contribution to the holistic approach for controlling this parasite in Ireland. During the course of her PhD, Maria has contributed to 6 publications, 3 of which are first author. Furthermore, Maria has presented her thesis work at many national and international conferences. Congratulations, Maria. Your family, supervisors and MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement. I have the honour to present Laura Mary Nyhan for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Michael Callanan, Dr. Maura Begley and Dr. Nick Johnson of Nestlé had the privilege of being Laura's supervisors. Laura's title is Marrying Mathematics and Microbiology to Improve Food Security, Assessment of Mathematical Models to Predict the Growth of Bacteria in Reformulated Foods. Listeria monocytogenes is a foodborne pathogen which is a significant challenge in food production, particularly for ready-to-eat products. The aim of this thesis was to investigate novel methods for predicting, monitoring and controlling the growth of Listeria in complex foods. A mathematical model was validated which predicted the combinatorial effect of pH, water activity and organic acids on Listeria growth in laboratory media and 2 ready-to-eat foods. Lux technology was evaluated as an alternative to traditional plate counts for determining growth rates of Listeria in food under various environmental conditions, with results highlighting the potential of the method as a rapid alternative to plating techniques. The combinatorial effect of bioengineered niacin derivatives on Listeria growth in broth and ready-to-eat foods was explored, with enhanced anti-listerial activity observed when peptides were used in combination with each other, compared to when each was used singly. The use of ultraviolet light-emitting diodes as an alternative to traditional mercury UV lamps for the inactivation of Listeria monocytogenes and other foodborne pathogens on surfaces and in powdered food ingredients was investigated, with results highlighting the efficacy of the method and its potential for future application in the food industry. This work has investigated the use of predictive tools, novel antimicrobial strategies and alternative enumeration methods with the overall aim of controlling the growth of Listeria in foods and thus improving food security. Congratulations, Laura. Your family, supervisors and MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement.
I invite Dr. David Goulding, Head of Department of Mathematics, to call the graduates from his department. Awards will be made in respect of the following programme in this department. Master of Science.
President, I present to you the following graduates who have successfully completed a programme in the Department of Mathematics and who are worthy of the award of Master of Science in Data Science and Analytics, and I would request that they will be formally awarded their parchments. Abu Azmi, Jennifer Feely, Anne Duckley, Naga Mecca, Mayora Parge, Sandeep Rathore, Olivia Smith. You are now graduates of the Award of Master of Science in Data Science and Analytics. Congratulations. Your families, lecturers, and the MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement.
I invite Dr. Sean McSweeney, Head of Department of Computer Science, to call the graduates from his department. Awards will be made in respect of the following programme in his department. Doctor of Philosophy.
I invite the President of the University, Professor Maggie Cusack, to initiate the procedure for the award of Doctor of Philosophy in the Department of Computer Science.
On behalf of the University, I hereby confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Brendan Lawler.
I have the honour to present Brendan Lawler for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Professor Roy Slater had the privilege of being Brendan's supervisor. Brendan's thesis proposes that improved outcomes can be attained in bioinformatics by the application of state-of-the-art engineering principles. His thesis begins by decomposing software engineering into two categories, namely process and architecture, and choosing two key challenges in the practice of bioinformatics: reproducibility and scalability. The findings suggest that an intelligent integration of software engineering as a service into bioinformatics research is not only possible, but wholly desirable. Finally, having demonstrated both efficacy and feasibility, the thesis concludes by recommending ways in which bioinformatic research teams move towards such integration. Brendan's thesis resulted in 5 first author papers and 9 additional named contributions. Congratulations, Brendan. Your family, Roy, and the MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement.
I invite Dr. Donagh O'Mahony, Head of Department of Physical Sciences, to call the graduates from his department. Awards will be made in respect of the following programme in this department. Doctor of Philosophy.
I invite the President of the University, Professor Maggie Cusack, to initiate the procedure for the award of Doctor of Philosophy in the Department of Physical Sciences.
On behalf of the University, I hereby confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Feras Abbas. Uday Bangavade Munivenkatappa. Sharon Butler. Melissa De Rocco.
I have the honour to present Feras Abbas for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Ambrose Fury and Dr. Mary Lehan had the privilege of being Ferris's supervisors. The title of Ferris's thesis is Cylindrospermopsin, Anatoxin and Microcystin Cyanobacterial Toxins in Singapore Reservoirs and Historical Irish Freshwater, identifying progenitor species, their responses to environmental factors, and spatial and temporal variations. Dr. Feras Abbas was part of an Irish, Australian and Singaporean team studying cyanobacterial blooms and the toxins they produced in 17 Singaporean reservoirs, developing a multi-toxin liquid chromatography mass spectrometry method for the detection of potent hepatotoxins and neurotoxins. Over 12,000 injections were carried out throughout this 4-year project, with 750 freeze-dried samples flown from Singapore every quarter for 2 years. Levels of cyanobacterial toxins were detected below the WHO regulatory limits, and the thesis concluded that annual surveillance of reservoirs would be the best means to track the annual growth of cyanobacterial blooms and the toxins they produce. This thesis was presented through 4 peer-reviewed publications and a book chapter. The external examiner, Dr. Mike Kinsella from WIT, commended this thesis for the comprehensive method validation, the daily quality control method checks whilst using instruments continuously over 2 years. Congratulations, Ferris. Your family, supervisors, and the MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement. I have the honour to present Uday Bengavad Munivenkatappa for the admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Svetlana Slepneva, Professor Guillaume Hoye, and Dr. William Whelan Curtin had the privilege of being Uday's supervisors. The title of Uday's thesis is Dynamics of a Swept Source Laser under External Injection. Frequency swept sources are lasers with a frequency periodically modulated over a wide scanning range and widely used in optical coherence tomography, or OCT, for medical imaging and metrology. The goal of this project was to investigate the mechanism that deteriorates the coherence of a swept source laser by analysing its properties under external injection and investigate the possibilities for a phase-locked laser operation in order to control the coherence properties of the laser. The study was carried out at the Tyndall National Institute under the supervision of Dr. Svetlana Slepneva and included collaboration with 2 European universities, CNRS in France and WIAS in Germany, leading to presentations at several national, European and international conferences, including SBIE San Francisco, California. Congratulations, Uday, your family, supervisors, and the MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement. I have the honour to present Sharon Butler for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Stephen Hegarty and Dr. William Whelan Curtin had the privilege of being Sharon's supervisors. The title of Sharon's thesis is Wavelength Swept Photonic Crystal Laser. Dr. Sharon Butler is a graduate of the BSc Applied Physics and Instrumentation programme who went on to carry out PhD studies with the Kappa Research Centre at CIT MTU. The study involved a photonic crystal filter combined with an indium phosphide optical amplifier to form a laser for low-cost silicon-based photonics. The silicon filters developed in the work could be tuned purely electrically, giving a high-compact laser source that could be fabricated on computer processors and other digital logic elements. Laser stability and tuning characteristics were studied, demonstrating the platform's potential as on-chip gas absorption sensors and LiDAR systems. The work has been published in international peer-reviewed journals as well as in multiple conference presentations. Congratulations, Sharon. Your family, supervisors, and the MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement. I have the honour to present Melissa Di Rocco for the admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Ambrose Fury and Dr. Martin Danaher had the privilege of being Melissa's supervisors. The title of Melissa's thesis is Development of Analytical Methods for the Determination of Beta-lactam Antibiotic Residues in Meat, Milk and Dairy Products. This work was carried out in the accredited laboratory of Dr. Martin Danaher of Teagasc in Ashtown and involved the study of beta-lactam antibiotic residues in meat and dairy products through the development of very selective and sensitive liquid chromatography mass spectrometry methodologies. The thesis produced the first comprehensive UHPLC mass spec method reported in the literature for the analysis of beta-lactams in meat, and also the first UHPLC mass spec method available in Ireland for cephalosporin drugs, both to ISO 17025 lab accreditation level, resulting in 2 peer-review publications and presentations at 5 national and international conferences. The external examiner, Professor Chris Elliott from Queen's University Belfast, commended the comprehensive method validation and the impact of this research on the field of veterinary drugs. Congratulations, Melissa. Your family, supervisors, and the MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement.
I invite Dr. Martin Hill, Head of Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, to call the graduate from his department. An award will be made in respect of the following programme in this department: Doctor of Philosophy.
I invite the President of the University, Professor Maggie Cusack, to initiate the procedure for the award of Doctor of Philosophy in the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering.
On behalf of the University, I hereby confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Georgi Nikolov.
I have the honour to present Georgi Nikolov for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Bernd Ludwig Wenning, Dr. Alan McGibney, and Professor Michael Kuhn, Darmstadt University of Applied Sciences, had the privilege of being Georgi's supervisors. Georgi developed machine learning methods to address the challenges of estimating available uplink data rates in 3G and 4G networks to make informed decisions on which interface to use when multiple are available. The key contribution is a novel approach to machine learning model training, specifically the decision on which data points to learn and which to unlearn. This enables the method to adapt to environments with limited availability of data samples, enabling it to run in real time on a vehicular communication device. The methods were successfully implemented and validated on a real hardware setup using 3G and 4G connections. Congratulations, Georgi. Your family, supervisors, and the MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement.
I invite Professor Ger Kelly, Head of the Department of Mechanical, Biomedical and Manufacturing Engineering, to call the graduate from his department. An award will be made in respect of the following programme in this department. Master of Engineering.
President, I present to you the following graduate who has successfully completed a research programme in the Department of Mechanical, Biomedical and Manufacturing Engineering, and who is worthy of the award of Master of Engineering, and I would request that he be formally awarded his parchment. Cathal Taig Mers. Cathal, you are now a graduate of the Research Award Master of Engineering. Congratulations. Your family, lecturers and the MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement. President, I present to you the following graduand who has successfully completed a programme in the Department of Mechanical, Biomedical and Manufacturing Engineering, and who is worthy of the award of Master of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, and I would request that he be formally awarded his parchment. Brendan Kevin Sheridan. Brendan, you are now a graduate of the award Master of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering. Congratulations. Your family, lecturers and the MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement.
I invite Professor Ger Kelly to call the graduate from the Department of Process, Energy and Transport Engineering. An award will be made in respect of the following programme in this department. Doctor of Philosophy.
I invite the President of the University, Professor Maggie Cusack, to initiate the procedure for the award of Doctor of Philosophy in the Department of Process, Energy and Transport Engineering.
On behalf of the University, I hereby confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Darren Murphy.
I have the honour to present Darren Murphy for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Michael D. Murphy, Dr. Philip Shine, and Dr. Bernadette O'Brien Chagask had the privilege of being Darren's supervisors. Darren's research focused on the development of a system for accurate measurement of grass quantity and quality, which is essential for optimizing grass utilization, increasing profit, and reducing emissions on pasture-based farms. Darren devised novel optimization and simulation techniques to improve state-of-the-art grass measurement technologies. an interactive grass measurement optimization tool to guide farmers on how to optimally measure pasture was prototyped. The work was a collaboration between Meso MTU and Teagasc with 6 European collaborators and an industry partner. Darren has published 5 peer-reviewed journal papers and he received 2 international awards for his doctoral research. Congratulations, Darren. Your family, supervisors and the MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement.
I invite Mr. Des Walsh, Head of Department of Civil, Structural and Environmental Engineering, to call the graduate from his department. An award will be made in respect of the following programme in this department. Master of Engineering.
President, I present to you the following graduand who has successfully completed a programme in the Department of Civil, Structural and Environmental Engineering and who is worthy of the award of Master of Engineering, and I would request that he be formally awarded his parchment. Cathal Patrick Clark. Cathal, you are now a graduate of the award of Master of Engineering. Congratulations. Your family, lecturers, and the MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement.
This concludes this part of the meeting for the purpose of conferring awards in the Faculty of Engineering and Science. I now call on my colleague, Mr. Gerard O'Donovan, Head of Faculty of Business and Humanities, to commence the conferring for the Crawford College of Art and Design.
I have the privilege to commence the conferring ceremony in the Crawford College of Art and Design. Graduates from the following department at the Crawford College of Art and Design will be conferred today: the Department of Fine Art and Applied Art. I invite Ms. Trish Brennan, Head of the Department of Fine Art and Applied Art, to call the graduates from her department. Awards will be made in respect of the following programmes in this department: Master of Arts in Art and Process.
President, I present to you the following graduates who've successfully completed a research programme in the Department of Fine Art and Applied Art, and who are worthy of the award of Master of Arts, and I request that they be formally awarded their parchment. Joseph Francis Keating. Helen O'Shea. Christina Whelan. You are now graduates of the Research Award Master of Art. Congratulations. Your families, lecturers and MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement. President, I present to you the following graduates who have successfully completed a programme in the Department of Fine Art and Applied Art, and who are worthy of the award of Master of Arts in Art and Process. And I would request that they be formally awarded their parchments. Katerina Aruro. Pádraig Joseph Barrett. Deirdre Noel Breen. Aoife Bridget Claffey. Sean Edward Daly. Joe Fogarty. Nguna Manula. Mary Kate McElroy. Ida Mitrani. You are now a graduate of the Master of Arts in Art and Process. Congratulations. Your families, lecturers and MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement.
This concludes this part of the meeting for the purpose of conferring awards in the Crawford College of Art and Design. I now proceed to the conferring of awards in the School of Business and School of Humanities. Graduates from the following departments in the Faculty of Business and Humanities will be conferred today: the Department of Management and Enterprise, the Department of Marketing and International Business, the Department of Sport, Leisure and Childhood Studies. I invite Ms. Caroline O'Reilly, Head of the Department of Management and Enterprise, to call the graduates from her department. Awards will be made in respect of the following programme: Doctor of Philosophy.
I invite the President of the University, Professor Maggie Cusack, to initiate the procedure for the award of Doctor of Philosophy in the Department of Management and Enterprise.
On behalf of the University, I hereby confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Sarah Davis, Paul Dermot Patrick Hegarty.
I have the honour to present Sarah Davis for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Breda Kenny and Dr. Aisling Conway Lenihan from MTU and Dr. Olive Lennon from UCD had the privilege of being Sarah's supervisors. This research on smart ageing and renewal through entrepreneurial skills training focused on older individuals within inclusive entrepreneurship. This study explores older entrepreneurial capacity through examining existing older entrepreneurial facets, as well as cohort-specific entrepreneurial skills training, aligning healthy ageing and entrepreneurial outcomes. Promising relationships were identified between healthy ageing outcomes of quality of life, well-being and resilience, and those of entrepreneurial competences and self-efficacy. The results indicate potential for entrepreneurial skills training interventions that develop entrepreneurial competence and self-efficacy to positively impact outcomes of healthy ageing and entrepreneurial mindset in an older population. Congratulations, Sarah. Your family, supervisors, and the MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement. I have the honour to present Paul Dermot Patrick Hegarty for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Professor Margaret Lenihan had the privilege of being Paul's supervisor. The aim of this research was to determine if the Irish Defence Forces would benefit from the introduction of change management processes when implementing new technological systems. The research conclusively acknowledged the urgent need for the Irish Defence Forces to create and implement a change management process to support the implementation of organisational change. The study is significant as it informs theoretical understanding of change management processes by introducing a focus on military organisations, hitherto lacking, and informs the understanding of organisational change in a military organisation. The combination of the theoretical and empirical research conducted permitted the creation of a new change management process framework for the Irish Defence Forces. Congratulations, Paul. Your family, supervisor, and the MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement.
I invite Dr. Pio Fenton, Head of the Department of Marketing and International Business, to call the graduate from his department. An award will be made in respect of the following programme: Doctor of Philosophy.
I invite the President of the University, Professor Maggie Cusack, to initiate the procedure for the award of Doctor of Philosophy in the Department of Marketing and International Business.
On behalf of the University, I hereby confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Holly Ann Barry.
I have the honour to present Holly Ann Barry for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Rose Leahy and I had the privilege of being Holly's supervisors. Holly's thesis, titled An Exploration of Experiential Marketing in the Fast-Moving Consumer Goods Industry, Development of the Experiential Marketing Implementation Model and the Return on Integrated Experience Formula, is particularly groundbreaking and original. The examiners of the thesis commented that our knowledge and application is particularly impressive, noting specifically the empirical work conducted for the research involving 50 major brands in the industry. The outputs of Holly's work will make a significant contribution to both theory and practice, with a definitive textbook in the area of experiential marketing based on the findings of Holly's thesis currently in production. Holly is an exceptional person who has made an impact with students while lecturing in MTU, working with colleagues in the department, and building relationships between MTU and industry. Congratulations, Holly. Your family, your supervisors, and the MTU community applaud you on this wonderful achievement.
I invite Dr. Cian O'Neill, Head of the Department of Sport, Leisure and Childhood Studies, to call the graduate from his department. An award will be made in respect of the following programme. Master of Arts.
President, I present to you the following graduate who has successfully completed a research programme in the Department of Sport, Leisure and Childhood Studies, and who is worthy of the award of Master of Art, and I would request that she be formally awarded her parchment. Denise Baker. Denise, you are now a graduate of the Research Award Master of Art. Congratulations. Your family, lecturers and MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement.
This concludes this part of the meeting for the purpose of conferring awards in the School of Business and School of Humanities. We now proceed to the conferring of Nmci graduands. I invite Mr. Cormac O'Brewers, Head of the National Maritime College of Ireland, to commence the conferring ceremony.
Thanks, Ger. When I came home from my first deep sea trip, where I'd been on a very large tanker, my brother, a structural engineer, and I met to catch up. While we were chatting, I mentioned the alarm and concern that I had experienced each time I saw the huge ship I'd been on visibly flex and bend in heavy seas. It's quite an extraordinary sight, and it was quite an unsettling one for me when I first experienced it. My brother, the structural engineer, laughed and said to me, "Cormac, if it didn't bend like that in response to the forces of the ocean, it would break. Bending is a good thing, and not just for ships." With that knowledge from my big brother, I certainly slept a lot better on the many large ships I worked on in the years afterwards. Throughout nature and engineering, all kinds of things bend and flex as a way to cope with forces they encounter but can't control. Trees and crops bend in strong winds, and skyscrapers flex and wobble in a controlled way, I'm told by my brother, the engineer, to dissipate earthquake tremors and so on. Bending and being flexible are a key survival mechanism. In reflecting recently on those people around me who have coped particularly well with the huge challenges we've all faced this past year and more, I realised something. They all share two things in common, two related things. Firstly, they all have an ability to bend, so to speak, to adapt to the circumstances they find themselves in. They are able to accept that situations change, that we don't always control what's happening, and that we have to modify our thoughts and our behaviour, adapt how we do things in order to stay well and remain effective. Bending in nature and engineering is a good thing. It's a protection. It ensures survival. From observing those around me during the pandemic, it's become very clear to me that it's a good thing for us too. The second thing I noticed about these resilient people is they all have an ability to go easy on themselves. Many of us are our own toughest critics. We can be very hard on ourselves when our performance drops or when we don't seem to be coping as well as usual. The last 15 months or so has taught me many things, but perhaps the most important is the realization about how important it is to learn and regularly practice the skill to bend, to be flexible in our outlook, in our thoughts, and in our actions. When we face difficult challenges, instead of trying to keep going as if nothing has happened, to try and pretend everything is okay when it's not, maybe instead we should recognize that we need to bend, that we need to adjust, that we need to make allowances. That includes being kind to ourselves and to others because we or someone around us is struggling, because we or they are under pressure. This pandemic has brought home to me that resilience isn't so much about standing strong and unmoving in the face of challenge and adversity, but rather it's about bending and flexing to adapt to things we can't control. It's also about going easy on yourself. Graduates, as you move on to the next stage of your lives and into the years ahead where you will encounter opportunities, challenges, and significant decision points, remember at those times about big ships bending in heavy seas. By being flexible, they survive the worst storms and are always ready for what comes next. Take the time this summer to recover from the extraordinary challenges you've not only faced, but overcome so successfully. Take the time also to think about how useful, indeed how necessary it is, to be able to bend, to be flexible in life. A heartfelt and sincere congratulations on your graduation, on your fantastic achievement this year of all years. Thank everyone who has helped you to get here, your lecturers and other Nmci and MTU staff who've supported your journey, your family and your friends. Thank yourself too, you've earned it. Have a great day, everyone. It is now my privilege to commence the National Maritime College of Ireland conferring ceremony. Awards will be made in respect of the following programmes: Higher Certificate in Arts in Leadership, Management and Naval Studies, Bachelor of Engineering in Marine Engineering, Bachelor of Engineering in Marine Electrotechnology, Bachelor of Business in Supply Chain and Transport Management, Bachelor of Science in Nautical Science, Bachelor of Science Honours in Nautical Science, and Certificate in Nautical Science Special Purpose Award. I call upon Captain Sinead Reen, Head of Department of Maritime Studies, to present the candidates from the Nmci.
President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed a programme in the National Maritime College of Ireland and who are worthy of the award of Higher Certificate in Arts in Leadership, Management and Naval Studies. And I would request you to present their parchments to them. Dean Babington. Adam Barry. Joseph Francis Byrne. Sandra Daly. Leon Dunn. Brian Morris Fleming. Patrick Fortune. David Michael Healy. Jason Howard. Stephen Joyce. Brian Christopher Kavanagh. Dean Kirby. Dylan Gerard Mahoney. Shane McCarthy. Fergal McDonough. Marcus McKenna. David Mulcahy. Simon Peter Murphy. Paul O'Grady. David O'Keefe. Barry O'Regan. Robert Smith. Gary Starmer. You are now graduates of the Higher Certificate in Arts in Leadership, Management and Naval Studies. Congratulations. Your families, lecturers and MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed a programme in the National Maritime College of Ireland and who are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Engineering in Marine Engineering, and I would request you to present their parchments to them. Ross Began. Conor Brock O'Brien. Deirdre Duffy. Mark Evans. Kevin Hannafin. Daniel Hindle. Aaron McHugh. Brian O'Driscoll. Diarmuid O'Halloran. Matthew O'Shea. Ciarán Quinn. Aaron Reedy. John Tuig. You are now graduates of the Bachelor of Engineering in Marine Engineering. Congratulations. Your families, lecturers and MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed a programme in the National Maritime College of Ireland and who are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Engineering in Marine Electrotechnology, and I would request you to present their parchments to them. Jamie Clohessy. Emmett Fahy. Simon Hassett. Oisin Kilkenny. Samuel Murray. David O'Donoghue. Aoife O'Dwyer. Evan O'Sullivan. Wayne Shine. Ryan Vickery. You are now graduates of the Bachelor of Engineering in Marine Electrotechnology. Congratulations. Your families, lecturers and MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed a programme in the National Maritime College of Ireland and who are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Business in Supply Chain and Transport Management, and I would request you to present their parchments to them. Richard Vanderkar. Alexandra Considine. Niall Cronin. Alan Duggan. Natalia Fomenko. Raymond McDonough. Marshall Maguna. Dorota Mrozik. Raymond Nolan. Sylvia Novak. Chris O'Brien, Liam O'Donoghue, Garrett O'Donovan, Teresa Alshuska, Finbar Rafferty, Gerard Shaw, Bartos Vogt. You are now graduates of the Bachelor of Business in Supply Chain and Transport Management. Congratulations. Your families, lecturers and MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed a programme in the National Maritime College of Ireland and who are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Science in Nautical Science, and I would request you to present their parchments to them. Luke Barnes, Owen Burke, Jake Cody, Kyle Cronin, Timothy Dennehy, Aveen Dolan, Gerard Green, Brian Holland, Douglas Kennedy, Andre Cahoot, Christopher Malcolm, Danielle Marshall, Matthew McGonigal, Coit McKeown, Cian Moran, Fergus Munday, Jack Murray, John Paul O'Connor, Philip Seymour, David Stack. You are now graduates of the Bachelor of Science in Nautical Science. Congratulations. Your families, lecturers and MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed a programme in the National Maritime College of Ireland and who are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Science Honours in Nautical Science, and I would request you to present their parchments to them. Quiva Anya Daly, Emmett Anthony Duffy, Cullum Jordan, Audrius Kaminskis, William Christopher Lonergan, Kieran Luke, Stephen MacDonald, Diarmuid Cullum McLaughlin, Anthony Mulcahy, Nuala O'Donnell, Daniel Pollard, Aoife Ann Toomey. You are now graduates of the Bachelor of Science Honours in Nautical Science. Congratulations. Your families, lecturers and MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement. President, I present to you the following candidate who has successfully completed a programme in the National Maritime College of Ireland and who is worthy of the award of Certificate in Nautical Science, Special Purpose Award, and I would request you to present his parchment to him. Richard Elizabeth. Richard, you are now a graduate of the Certificate in Nautical Science. Congratulations. Your family, lecturers and MTU community applaud you on this significant achievement.
This concludes this part of the meeting for the purpose of conferring awards on learners of our university. My thanks to all associated with this event. The ceremony will conclude with Fanfare for Heroes by Arthur Bliss, which will be performed by the MTU Cork School of Music Brass Ensemble, conducted by Anthony Neal. Comhairdeis libh a chéimnithe an lá úntach seo, lá dar saol a bharraigh in Arguine I bhfad amach sa todhchaí. Gnáirigh go geal libh a seo amach. Graduates of Munster Technological University, congratulations and best wishes to you in your future endeavours. Wishing you fair winds and following seas.